Introduction. Hello and welcome to this video on the biological perspective of psychology. In this video, we will be discussing the main themes, assumptions, advantages, and disadvantages of the biological perspective of psychology. Main themes. The biological perspective of psychology is also known as the biopsychology or the neuroscience perspective. It focuses on the biological and physiological processes that underlie behavior and mental processes. The main themes of the biological perspective are genetics and evolution. This theme explores how genes and evolution contribute to the development of behavior and mental processes. It examines how genes interact with the environment to shape behavior and mental processes. Neuroscience and the brain. This theme focuses on the structure and function of the brain and nervous system. It examines how the brain and nervous system influence behavior and mental processes. Hormones and neurotransmitters. This theme explores the role of hormones and neurotransmitters in behavior and mental processes. It examines how they affect mood, cognition, and behavior. Assumptions. The biological perspective of psychology is based on several assumptions. Behavior and mental processes have a biological basis. This assumption suggests that all behavior and mental processes have a biological basis. It means that behavior and mental processes can be explained by understanding the underlying biological mechanisms. The brain and nervous system are central to behavior and mental processes. This assumption suggests that the brain and nervous system play a critical role in behavior and mental processes. It means that changes in the brain and nervous system can influence behavior and mental processes. Genetics and environment interact to shape behavior and mental processes. This assumption suggests that behavior and mental processes are shaped by the interaction between genetics and the environment. It means that both genetics and the environment contribute to the development of behavior and mental processes. Advantages. The biological perspective of psychology has several advantages. It provides a scientific basis for understanding behavior and mental processes. The biological perspective of psychology is based on scientific research and provides a scientific basis for understanding behavior and mental processes. It helps to identify the biological causes of mental disorders. The biological perspective of psychology helps to identify the biological causes of mental disorders. It means that treatments can be developed that target the underlying biological mechanisms. It helps to develop new treatments for mental disorders. The biological perspective of psychology has led to the development of new treatments for mental disorders. It means that patients can receive more effective treatments that target the underlying biological mechanisms. Disadvantages. The biological perspective of psychology has several disadvantages. It oversimplifies the complexity of behavior and mental processes. The biological perspective of psychology oversimplifies the complexity of behavior and mental processes. It means that it may not fully explain the complexity of behavior and mental processes. It neglects the role of environmental factors in shaping behavior and mental processes. The biological perspective of psychology neglects the role of environmental factors in shaping behavior and mental processes. It means that it may not fully explain the impact of environmental factors on behavior and mental processes. It can lead to reductionism. The biological perspective of psychology can lead to reductionism. It means that it reduces complex phenomena to their basic biological components. It means that it may not fully explain the complexity of behavior and mental processes. Conclusion. In conclusion, the biological perspective of psychology is an important approach that focuses on the biological and physiological processes that underlie behavior and mental processes. It has several advantages, such as providing a scientific basis for understanding behavior and mental processes, identifying the biological causes of mental disorders, and developing new treatments for mental disorders. However, it also has several disadvantages, such as oversimplifying the complexity of behavior and mental processes, neglecting the role of environmental factors in shaping behavior and mental processes, and leading to reductionism.